Welcome to Books for Healthy Living. I'm so glad you are here. This is the space where we explore powerful books that help you live stronger, healthier, and more balanced every day. Each episode, I walk with you through ideas that can inspire real change, one small step at a time. Thank you for listening, and let's dive into today's book. Have you ever wondered why some people look younger and healthier than their actual age, or how some individuals seem to live longer with fewer illnesses? The Telomere Effect brings you those answers. This book offers a revolutionary view of how aging really works and reveals how you can extend your youthful years by caring for your own telomeres. So what exactly are telomeres, and how do they determine the pace at which your body ages? Let us explore this fascinating book together. First, let me introduce the authors. Elizabeth Blackburn is a scientist who won the Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine in the year 2009 for her discovery of telomeres. They are an essential part of our cells that influence human lifespan. She is the President Emerita of the Salk Institute and a Professor Emerita at the University of California, San Francisco. The second author is Elissa Epel, a leading health psychologist who studies stress, aging, and obesity. She is a professor at the University of California, San Francisco, and a member of the National Academy of Medicine. Together, these two authors bring us a groundbreaking perspective on how we can live younger, healthier, and longer. Their book, The Telomere Effect, published in 2017, explains why some people look and feel younger than their age. The lessons in this book help you understand telomeres, which are tiny structures inside your cells that influence how quickly your body ages. You will also learn how to care for your telomeres so that you can extend your lifespan and stay vibrant. Now let us begin. The first idea we explore is that the rate of aging depends on the structure of our cells. Every person wants to live longer and stay youthful. This desire is timeless. From ancient stories about people who lived for centuries to legends about fountains that promise eternal youth, human beings have always longed to slow down aging. But is there a real and practical way to do that? Telomeres may be the key to answering this question. Telomeres are small but incredibly important. They are part of our cells and hold the secret to aging. So what are they and why do they matter? Telomeres are repeating sequences of DNA located at the ends of chromosomes. They protect the genetic material inside chromosomes from damage during cell division. Every time a cell divides, a tiny part of its telomeres is lost. This causes telomeres to shorten over time. Telomeres are essential because they help maintain the stability of our genetic material. They prevent the loss of important DNA information during cell division. When telomeres become too short, a cell can no longer divide. This leads to cellular aging or the death of the cell. Shortened telomeres are considered a sign of aging and are linked to many conditions including cancer and age-related diseases. Now imagine your body as a machine. Every cell is a gear. In order for the machine to run smoothly, the gears need repair and replacement. However, some gears cannot be replaced forever. These are old cells. Once they reach a point where they stop working, they release inflammatory signals that damage nearby healthy cells. This causes the body to weaken and age. It is like having a basket of apples. One rotten apple can spoil the entire basket. What role do telomeres play in this? Telomeres act like protective caps at the ends of chromosomes. Every time a cell divides, telomeres shrink a bit. When they become too short, they cannot protect the cell anymore. Stem cells, which are responsible for replacing damaged cells, also lose their ability to repair tissues. This weakens the body's ability to recover and leads to faster aging. For example, if telomeres in skin cells are damaged by ultraviolet rays from sunlight, your hair may turn gray earlier. If stem cells in hair follicles are harmed, pigment-producing cells can die, which makes your hair lose its color. People with shorter telomeres often feel weaker and are more prone to illnesses. Telomeres therefore influence not only the speed of aging but also your overall health and appearance. The good news is that many scientific studies show that you can protect your telomeres. A healthy lifestyle, reduced stress, balanced nutrition, and regular physical activity can help maintain telomere length. These small daily habits can protect your cellular shield, keep you youthful and support long-term health. Telomeres act like the goalkeepers of your cells. They protect chromosomes during each cell division. Without this protective system, your cells would struggle to survive. Telomeres are special structures attached to the ends of chromosomes. They are different from the DNA that determines traits like eye color or height. Their main role is protection. Telomeres ensure that DNA is copied safely when a cell divides. They help maintain the youthfulness of your body by preserving the ability of cells to continue dividing. Every time a cell divides, telomeres become shorter. This reduction has a direct impact on how quickly cells age. The influence of telomeres on youthfulness is based on their ability to protect chromosomes and extend the lifespan of cells. When telomeres are still long, cells can continue dividing. This allows the body to replace old or damaged cells with new healthy cells, which keeps tissues and organs functioning well. Telomeres also help prevent the accumulation of aging cells. When telomeres shrink to a critical point, the cell stops dividing and enters a state of aging or dies. Aging cells accumulate and contribute to physical signs of aging such as wrinkles, reduced skin elasticity, and declining organ function. Keeping telomeres longer helps reduce the buildup of aging cells and slows these visible signs of aging. Another key element in this process is telomerase. Telomerase is an enzyme that rebuilds telomeres by restoring lost DNA sequences. It does not only slow the shortening of telomeres but may also help reverse some of it. Telomerase needs specific proteins and RNA to form the correct DNA sequence. The human body does produce telomerase, but not at high levels. We produce far less than single-celled organisms. Telomerase levels also decline as we age. Scientists are studying ways to increase telomerase safely. Some dietary supplements claim to boost telomerase, but scientific evidence is still limited. These products must be used with caution because excessive telomerase activity can cause uncontrolled cell growth, which is a feature of cancer. Telomeres alone cannot protect us completely. We must also reduce harmful external factors such as chronic stress. Stress does not only hurt your mind, it harms your body as well. The surprising thing is that by changing the way you respond to stress, you can protect your health. Have you ever been stuck in terrible traffic with your heart pounding? Stressful situations like this activate your body's alarm system. Hormones such as cortisol and epinephrine flood your bloodstream. They raise your heart rate and blood pressure. At the same time, the vagus nerve, which helps your body recover from stress, stops working properly. This can make it harder to breathe and relax. When these stressful situations repeat often, your telomeres begin to shorten. Stress and telomeres have a dose-response relationship. A small amount of stress is not harmful. It can even strengthen your body's ability to cope. This process is called hormesis. Even major stressful events that last for a short time, such as a difficult month at work, are not severely damaging. But long-term chronic stress over many years is harmful and leads to significant telomere shortening. It is similar to drinking wine. One glass occasionally may be fine. A bottle every night is not a good idea. One example of harmful long-term stress is the stress experienced by caregivers. People who take care of sick family members often sleep poorly, face constant disruptions, and handle many medical tasks. This creates a perfect environment for early telomere shortening. Another important factor is the difference between good stress and bad stress. You can protect your telomeres by seeing stressful situations as challenges rather than threats. Psychologist Wendy Mendez conducted a long-term study showing that the body becomes stronger when facing good stress. However, it becomes weaker under bad stress. When you face good stress, your heart rate increases in a healthy way. More oxygen reaches your blood. Your performance improves. This positive response helps protect your telomeres and keeps you healthier. Stress is not always the enemy. By changing your mindset, you can turn stress into an ally that helps you stay youthful and healthy. The way you and I think can influence how long we live. It is normal for us to exaggerate our problems, But when we do this too often, it can shorten our lifespan. Why does this happen? Because negative thinking can harm our telomeres. Let me explain what this means. Feelings of hostility, suspicion, an easily angered mindset, and a lack of trust in others can lead to unhealthy habits like overeating, drinking alcohol, and smoking. These habits not only cause illness but also shorten telomeres. A study from the year 2013 published in Biological Psychiatry found that public officials in the United Kingdom who had higher hostility scores had shorter telomeres. Their telomerase levels were also higher, but that does not mean their telomerase was working effectively. When you have a pessimistic mindset, you feel threatened in stressful situations. This increases the likelihood that your telomeres will shorten, which can speed up diseases such as heart disease as you age. A wandering mind that keeps drifting because you are not satisfied with what you are doing also puts stress on your body and leads to shorter telomeres. Anxiety and depression are harmful to cell health too. They damage telomeres and affect mitochondria, the energy producers of the cell. This also triggers inflammation that makes diseases progress faster. Think about what happens to brain cells. Depression is linked to a decrease in brain volume, especially in the hippocampus, the part of the brain that plays a major role in forming memories. What causes anxiety and depression? They are often linked to major life events. The more recent the event is, the greater its impact. A study from the Netherlands published in the year 2008 showed that significant events that happened within the previous 5 years clearly affected telomere length, while older events did not. Over time, telomeres can recover, so recent stress has the strongest influence. Exercise and rest are essential for protecting your telomeres. Whenever you think about going to the gym, remember that you are not just protecting your fitness but also your telomeres. Exercising correctly is vital for telomere health. If you push yourself too hard, it can be harmful. In other words, healthy telomeres depend on moderate exercise. The right amount of activity reduces the risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and cognitive decline. A study from the University Medical Center in Hamburg, Germany, examined 3 types of workouts. 2 of them included high-intensity interval training and moderate aerobic exercise. Both increased telomerase activity. Strength training alone did not provide clear benefits. It is important not to overtrain. Exercising too much can increase oxidative stress. In this process, unstable molecules steal electrons from healthy molecules, which weakens them and harms telomeres. This can lead to overtraining syndrome, a condition where excessive exercise without enough rest causes sleep disruption, a weakened immune system, and emotional instability. Poor sleep quality can shorten telomeres as well. When you sleep, your cells repair themselves, including repairing deoxyribonucleic acid. If this process is interrupted, your cells function less effectively and become more sensitive to stress. Deep sleep also plays a key role in regulating appetite. When you do not sleep enough, cortisol and insulin rise, placing your body in a pre-diabetic state. Getting at least 7 hours of quality sleep each night helps protect your telomeres. A study from the year 2012 by W.H. Hall showed that men who slept fewer than 5 hours a night had shorter telomeres compared to those who slept more than 7 hours. Lack of sleep and chronic sleep loss harm telomeres, increase hunger, and make you more emotionally reactive. Metabolic health is more important than overall weight when it comes to telomere health. Everyone knows that being overweight is not good, but metabolic health is the true factor that matters most. A few extra pounds will not harm you if you are not obese, but poor metabolic health can cause serious damage. Metabolic health includes factors such as high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and insulin resistance. These issues increase the risk of heart disease, cancer, and diabetes, all of which strongly affect telomere health. Belly fat and insulin resistance are clear signs of poor metabolic health regardless of your weight. Belly fat is linked to one of the most serious health problems of our time, which is diabetes. About 9% of the global population has diabetes. People with more belly fat often have shorter telomeres and are more likely to experience insulin resistance, a condition where cells no longer respond to insulin, causing higher blood sugar. A study from Denmark in the year 2016 showed that twins with shorter telomeres had higher rates of insulin resistance. Foods high in sugar and refined starch can raise insulin levels, increase inflammation, and damage cells. To protect your telomeres, you should avoid sugary foods and follow a healthy eating pattern. Start by limiting sugar and including plenty of non-starchy vegetables to improve metabolic health. Eating foods rich in antioxidants such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, whole grains, and green tea will help reduce oxidative stress. Foods like blueberries, kale, and broccoli contain nutrients that fight inflammation. Foods high in omega-3 fatty acids such as fatty fish and flax seeds also help reduce inflammation and protect telomeres. Your neighborhood environment also plays an important role in your health. Living in a safe neighborhood helps you stay healthier. Think about how you feel when you walk home at night in your area. That feeling of safety matters more than you may realize because your sense of security directly affects your health, including telomere length. When you feel safe, your stress levels decrease, which supports telomere health. A study from the year 2015 published in Health and Social Behavior showed that people who felt trapped in unsafe neighborhoods tended to have shorter telomeres. Your social environment matters too. It is not about your social class but about how friendly and trustworthy your neighbors are. A study from the year 2014 published in Health and Place found that people living in neighborhoods with low social cohesion experienced faster cellular aging than those living in safe and supportive communities. Physical environmental factors also affect telomeres. For example, San Francisco is a beautiful city, but it has areas with a lot of trash. This harms residents, especially children. A study published in the field of social science and medicine showed that children living in neighborhoods with trash and abandoned buildings often had shorter telomeres. In contrast, neighborhoods with green spaces such as parks support healthier telomeres by giving people opportunities to relax, restore their minds, and feel more at ease. Certain chemicals can also shorten telomeres. These include carbon monoxide, a colorless and odorless gas, and cadmium, which is found in cigarette smoke, household dust, and emissions from fossil fuels. A healthy lifestyle from pregnancy to adulthood is essential for long-term health. From the moment a baby is conceived, cellular health already matters. Cellular aging begins in the womb. Telomere length is passed directly from parents to the baby at conception. This means a child can begin life with shorter telomeres. The good news is that quitting smoking before conception and providing nutrients such as folate, a type of vitamin B, can improve telomere health for the baby. Reducing stress with activities like prenatal yoga and walking in nature also helps. These early protective steps are crucial because the first years of life shape telomere health for decades. A difficult childhood can leave biological marks on the body through a process called biological embedding, which has a dose-dependent relationship with telomere length. In simple terms, the more traumatic events a child experiences, the shorter the telomeres become as the child grows up. A study from the year 1998, published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, asked 10 questions about parental alcohol use and depression. The results showed that children who faced more adversity were more likely to develop early diseases in adulthood such as heart disease and depression. Lack of parental attention also harms telomeres by creating emotional challenges. Children who feel cared for receive a surge of oxytocin, a hormone released when we feel connected to others. It reduces stress and lowers blood pressure. A small amount of stress in childhood can help prepare a child for future challenges. But when a child falls or gets hurt, it is important for parents to stay calm so the child feels safe. Here is the idea in the simplest way. Lengthening telomeres means protecting the DNA segments at the ends of your chromosomes so your cells can stay healthy for longer. This topic receives a lot of attention in medicine and nutrition. These are several approaches that scientists suggest may help protect or support your telomeres. First, follow a healthy way of eating. A Mediterranean-style diet may help maintain telomere length. Research shows that a way of eating rich in fruits, leafy vegetables, nuts, olive oil, and fish can support telomere health. It is helpful to avoid sugar and highly processed foods. Sugar and processed foods may increase inflammation and oxidative stress, which may speed up telomere shortening. You can also increase your intake of antioxidants. Nutrients such as vitamin C, vitamin E, and polyphenol in fruits like berries, as well as turmeric, green tea, and red wine, may offer protective effects. Second, reduce stress. Meditation and yoga may help lower chronic stress, which is linked with slower telomere shortening. Slow and deep breathing exercises may also help reduce cortisol, the hormone your body releases during stress. Third, stay active with consistent exercise. Aerobic and cardio activities can support telomere maintenance. Research shows that moderate exercise such as brisk walking, jogging, or swimming may help. Strength training may also have a positive effect on telomere health. Fourth, get enough sleep. Lack of sleep and sleep disruption may harm telomeres. Sleeping 7 to 9 hours each night may support better protection for your telomeres. Fifth, reduce harmful exposures. Avoid smoking because smoking is one of the strongest factors linked with faster telomere shortening. Limiting heavy alcohol use may also help, since high alcohol intake may damage telomeres. Sixth, maintain positive social relationships. Social interaction, supportive friendships, and strong family connections may help reduce stress and offer benefits for telomere health. Seventh, consider that some people explore telomerase support. Certain supplements such as TA65 are marketed as products that may stimulate telomerase, the enzyme involved in telomere maintenance. However, scientists are still studying their effectiveness. Some foods such as ginseng, royal jelly, and plant extracts like astragalus are sometimes believed to support telomerase activity, but research is ongoing. These practices may help protect and support your telomeres, but long-term benefits depend on maintaining a healthy lifestyle and avoiding factors that may harm them. Thank you for spending this time with me and exploring these ideas from the book on the telomere effect. I hope these reflections give you helpful ways to take care of your own health and the health of your family so you can live younger, stronger, and longer. Remember that small daily choices matter. When you move your body, eat well, and care for your mind, you help keep your telomeres in better condition. If you found this content helpful, please like and share it with others so we can spread useful knowledge. And do not forget to subscribe so we can continue this journey together. I wish you happiness and good health. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.